Hi, I'm Mayela from Hamilton Education, and today we're going to be talking about the SAT and the ACT, two standardized tests for college admissions, and the main similarities and few key differences that might make one test a slightly better fit for a certain kind of student or test taker. In recent years, the SAT went through some pretty dramatic changes that made it almost identical to the ACT. So here at Hamilton, we've started preparing and coaching students for both simultaneously. We found that a lot of students who didn't know about the ACT or didn't even consider taking the ACT did really well because of, again, the few slight quirks that make it a pretty good fit. Last year alone, we had 40 students score perfectly on the SAT or the ACT. Now, of those 40 scores, 37 were ACT scores. So in theory, we find that students prepping for both have an equally good shot or maybe more of a chance to get a great score. Now to start, the SAT is out of 1,600 points and consists of a critical reading section, a writing section that make up 800 points, and a math section that makes up the remaining 800 points. The ACT is out of 36 points and consists of a critical reading section, a writing section, a math section, and a unique science section. However, the science section on the ACT is really more of a chart and data analysis section that you always find on one of the passages in the critical reading portion of the SAT. So again, when you compare both and what kinds of areas and disciplines are testing you on, really similar. The critical reading section consists of primarily classic literature, so usually 19th century literature, and some fiction passages, science passages, social science passages, and history passages. The English section on both tests are essentially grammar tests. They'll test you on punctuation, style, usage, and general sentence and essay composition. The math section will include algebra and geometry for the most part. However, the SAT focuses on algebra, word problems, and data analysis, whereas the ACT would focus more so on geometry type questions. So as you can see, so many of the areas and skills will overlap between the two tests. But the biggest key difference and what might make one test a better fit for a certain student is the amount of time that you have on each of the tests. The ACT is known as a faster test. You essentially have less time per question. For example, on the critical reading portion, you'll have about 53 seconds for the ACT, whereas you'll have about 75 seconds on the SAT. We find that students who are generally faster readers or who solve problems a little more quickly tend to do really well on the ACT. The ACT tends to have a bit more of a straightforward nature in how it asks questions. The SAT is pretty notorious for having a lot of distractors and a lot of answer choices that might both look the same, whereas the ACT, it's often a lot more obvious what might be the right question. It's just a matter of whether you can get through every question and answer all of them correctly. So if you're thinking of whether you should be taking the SAT or the ACT, maybe try both. Study for one and take a practice test in the other. You can get familiar with the paces and the format, and you might find that you'll do significantly better on one over the other. Ideally, you'll do well on both and be able to strengthen your college admissions profile that much more. Now I'll leave you with the big picture and probably the most important factor when it comes to college admissions. No college or university is going to guarantee your admission based off of any test score or grade point average. American schools are far more interested in who you are as a person, where your interests lie, and what you've contributed to your community. They want to know if you're a leader, a builder, a creator. So although a test score and your grade certainly do matter, we like to remind students here at Hamilton that you're certainly more than a score. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos on all things test prep, college admissions, and until next time, we'll see you here at Hamilton.